All right, welcome back. There's a narcotic story involving a drug purchase, okay? And on RealCopStoriesVideos.com, I've got, we're up to about 270 stories of vice, narcotics, gangs, fun, happy, sad, serious, hilarious, stupid. So look them up, have a good time, enjoy yourselves. Let me tell you what's happening here. We were going to buy, a good amount of narcotics, and a good amount meaning we're going to have about $80,000 to pay with it. And there's a guy negotiating it, the sales, okay? And what we do sometimes, and what we did this time, is we do what we call a money flash, where in the middle of the negotiations, the undercover officer will walk out to a parking lot, and one of us will pull up in a car and show the money, and then drive off, okay? So, and it's called surprise flash. In other words, the guy's not know we're doing it, so he doesn't have any pre-planned weaponry or to shoot someone or whatever. And the undercover officer had worked with this guy before on another case. They're going to do like a couple of cases, and then they're going to do a roundup and pick up a bunch of people. So he was relatively he wasn't dangerous. Okay, so this is what my job was. And these are all Latins doing this, all Latinos. Is I was going to sit in the car in a parking lot, and he was going to bring the crook over to my car and have him sit in the passenger side, and I was going to open the bag up, and the guy was going to count the money. Okay, and my partner was going to stand off to the back over here. And there was two of us. I had my gun down here just in case. He's got a weapon also, and the guy was going to count the money. Once he's satisfied, then he was going to have him get out of the car, and I was going to drive off. Okay, but it's still dangerous, so very. And so my job was to be there just to show the money. Well, we had a seized Cadillac that we used for this. And so this is what we did. We had one of my supervisors was an ex-SWAT guy, and he had been in several shootings. So we parked my car here. We pulled a van in next to me that he was in, my partner, with a sliding door. And during the discussions, if I coughed, because he's sitting right here, he was going to open that door. When I heard the door open, when I cough, I put it this way, when I cough means there's a gun on me, okay? When I hear that door come open, I already practiced this, I was going to grab the handle of the seat and lay flat, and my partner was going to blow the guy away with a shotgun. Okay, that was the plan, okay? And we practiced it, not we didn't shoot anybody, we practiced the timing, make sure the seat worked, go back and all that, and make sure everything works out. We had our plans, everything, so I'm sitting there, and it's game time. I'm sitting there, got $80,000. My other partner made sure he was back away so he wouldn't get shot in the process in case there was a shooting. And here we go. And so the guy comes in, sits down. He's got the money. I'm sitting there watching him. I got my hand on the handle. And the reason why we weren't just going to shoot him is because when you have plain officers that undercover officers that take action on their own, there's could be a confusion here, and someone could get hurt. Other officers could get hurt. So we had a plan that the undercover officers don't take action. That goes on a lot of other operations I'll talk about later. So I'm sitting there holding the handle. I can see the van door crack slightly because he's watching. My partner's standing over here, he's watching. And the whole time I'm thinking, I hope I don't cough because I get a dry mouth because I'm nervous as heck. And before that, I got a shot of whiskey to calm me down, but it's still this dangerous business. I've only been there a few months, so this is all new to me doing this really serious stuff. And so I'm sitting there with a handle, I'm looking over at him, I'm talking in Spanish, and he's talking about the money and everything else, and he tells me the money's good. I said, okay. I reached over and I zipped it, and so I had a hand on the handle, and I kept looking at him, making sure there's no gun. He gets out, closes the door, and I had the window up on purpose, so once you close the door, I can take my breath, and then I immediately put it in park. The whole time I haven't running. I had it in park, I put it in reverse, I back out of there slowly and drive off, and now I'm coughing only because I couldn't. And I'm driving off, and unbeknownst to me, I had other guys on foot in the parking lot, watching also. And as I'm backing out, my partner's gently closing the door because we don't need it anymore. And then they went off, the other officer off, and they said goodbye, and off they went. And then we all met in the parking lot afterwards. And I'm standing there like, and then the partner in the van, because I've only been there 2 or 3 months, he comes over and he goes, hey, you did a good job, and everybody's congratulating the undercover officer and me and everything else, and that was it. I got the bag and I drove back to the station with my lieutenant, and he counts the money out and puts it in a sealed envelope, and I'm driving home going, wow, that was interesting. And the whole time I didn't want to cough. I said, if I cough, he's going to die. Because the guy that's got the shotgun is not going to even say, halt police, because he thinks when I cough that I've got a gun on me. That's the signal. There's no talking to be done here. It's cough, crack, seat, shotgun. It's all going to happen within a matter of probably a millisecond. So I talked to the guy the next day, the guy that was covering me, and he goes, "Oh yeah, no big deal. I've done that before." And I'm going, "Oh, gee, no big deal to you. You've taken lives before. I haven't done it yet. I don't know how to do this. It's really something." But I tell you right now, I'm shaking about it. It was exciting. It really was. It was very, very exciting and very just intense. But anyway, so that's what happens sometimes in these undercover operations. And thank goodness I didn't get hurt. And also the suspect. We're not here to kill people. We're here to just put them in jail. You know what they do. Anyway. So hope you enjoyed that story. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.